beautiful people. So today I thought of making a video about how, or shall we do another one? It's called Random Talks. Yeah, we'll do that one.
Which one? Take 3, take 4.
This is basically so Random Talks. I think this would be like episode 3,
Mm,
right?
yes.
So yeah, I think we can do that. So
Yeah.
welcome, welcome everyone to episode 3 of Random Talks. And today I have with me Eustace Valenchowski, right?
Valenchowski's, yes.
Valenchowskis, yeah. And yeah, so you're from Lithuania and you've settled in India,
Yes, I'm
right?
living here in South India in Palani Hills. So
Okay.
we're here in beautiful Club India Resort and yeah, having good time. And
So
yeah.
how did that happen, man? It's like, how did you go from like, yeah, just give us a bit more context, no? Because it's not a very
Ah,
common thing to
yes,
have yeah, like someone from Lithuania settling in India, right?
that's very true, very true. I know there is another couple actually in here in India from Lithuania as well.
Uh,
Also like similar like me, but I think it was the girl from Lithuania and then the guy from India.
uh,
But basically, I came here back in 2015 was the first time
right.
when I was traveling in India, and then long story short, I ended up being here in this beautiful mountains like no a few years later. Right?
Mm,
So me and Vishnu we know each other from 2018
mm,
when we first were traveling together to here to Kukal,
mm.
and it was a very deep connection that we formed on the very first day.
Yeah.
So it was like very beautiful, and we are also connected through our friend Lakshman as well. He's an amazing guy. He's has a hostel in Bangalore, which is called The Animal. So back in 2017, before that, me, Vanessa, and Lakshman, we were in Goa, and we were doing some you could say activism, right? We were going on the beach and you could say promoting vegan diet or spreading awareness about like the environment and how animal agriculture is the leading cause for species extinction. So and then since then
Mm,
the animal evolved into something like really amazing, like hostel, and also they are now cafe as well, and then they also make raw vegan cakes and things like that.
mm.
So but about me, like here I'm living here, and I'm helping people with their health. So I'm a health coach, and
Mm.
I'm fruitarian. Something different about me as well, that is that I eat only fruits
Mm-hmm.
for the last 1.5 years.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I've been on my healing journey, and it's been really amazing. It's been really amazing. So yes, and just trying to make. We had some car passing by. So just trying to find something to talk. How say? To tell about myself, but I don't talk about much about myself.
Mm.
So yes, I like.
No, I'm just curious, on like how is it because it's an interesting thing, no, from your point of view to settle in a
Ah,
very different country,
yes,
right? And because everything is a bit different, right?
yes.
So yeah, I just want to get some of your
Ah,
perspective on that.
so for me, it was I'm from Lithuania, and Lithuania is very cold country. So and we have like completely different lifestyle than to here in India, you could say as well.
Mm,
So when I came here first, I was always drawn to that tropic environment,
mm,
right? Because I believe that we are tropical creatures and we're supposed to live in tropics,
mm.
and we're not supposed to be like living in like very far north or very far south. Of course, it's a beautiful experience to do, but at the same time, it's not the most optimal for our health. So I was very interested in how to say healing myself from like the many different how to say, damages and
We go there maybe.
yeah,
Yeah.
we can go there. There is a nice place there. We
Yeah.
can go by the stream. So in uh, what I kind of lost my thought. The road is a bit tough here, so like we need to pay a bit of attention here as well. So
You were talking about the weather and tropics and
um,
creatures
yes,
living
correct.
in.
So I was always fascinated with India about also the other aspect was the spiritual aspect as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, I came from like Christian family and everything, and it is much. I lost my religion, you could say, when I was 16. Like, or not lost the religion. I started questioning my religion when I was 16.
Mm-hmm.
You could say, like, to find myself, I had to question things, right?
Right.
So, and when I came to India, it was all of that openness and spirituality, and what you could say that not being so strict about like what you need to believe, right? Like that is another like big aspect as well. Is that in many cases like we are our society, family, or like different constructs that limit our minds, right? Like they're limiting our beliefs in certain ways, and then we form these beliefs in according to these constructs.
Right.
So when we want to set it free, like when I came to India, it was like one of those places where you could be free. Like your mind could be more free. Like there is not really there are so many different religions, so many different ways of seeing things, and so no one is really arguing about what you should believe.
Yeah.
So that freedom of thought itself is like really important, and like that's sometimes I see that like people think that they're very free. When we are stuck in some kind of construct, but like we are actually like we are not free from ourselves also,
Right.
So yeah, but when I came to India as well, it's another thing is that the food here is amazing as well. So I always used to love Indian food. I would like to eat spicier foods also, and Lakshman also like introduced me to a lot of like different Indian flavors as well. So that was another thing that like here many people come to experience that as well,
Right.
and that for me also was in beginning also like quite a big thing, but at the moment I'm eating only fruits as well, and I've been on like raw vegan journey as well for like last 5 years. So for me the how to say that life force is like something that is also very important. So like having that fresh air here as well, and I could say that everything boils down to just you could say the experience of my entire life. Like the universe brought me here. Like I like to kind of like put it short in that way.
Yeah.
You could actually
go that way.
That way there is a nice
sure.
stream. So yeah, it's really been wonderful experience, and like living in India is like really it's been how to say, I think one of my passions or callings or dreams, you could say. So and yes, I'm very grateful for everything to come out in this way. Like my life is really a blessing. Like I wish more people could experience the blessings that I'm receiving sometimes also.
Yeah, it's interesting because a lot of people in India are enthused about like going to Europe, and like a lot of people do that. No, a lot of people like really are into moving to like America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, and things like that. No, it's like it's quite yeah, but you kind of did the reverse, right?
Very true, correct. It's I guess it's like what we are looking for in life as experience as well. So people will want to go maybe to experience the more capitalist kind of like lifestyle. then yeah, of course, like Europe or America is or Canada is many good options. There's many good options for people like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like for me, I realized that it's kind of part of the being the enslavement of the mind also, like the corporate slavery.
Mm. Mushy land.
Mushy land. It's good that we have no shoes.
Yeah. So
This random talks takes us to random places, huh?
yeah, man. So, as life is, no
As
random.
life is, yes.
Yeah.
Nothing is really random, actually.
Yeah,
Like,
I know. Yeah,
it's,
man.
sometimes it might seem, oh, what is happening, but then like you eventually you see it, like see the full picture, and
Mm.
it's like, okay, everything makes sense.
Mm.
So yeah, we have to come here for some reason also.
Yes. So you were also saying that at the age of 16 is when you started questioning religion,
Yes.
right? How'd that happen?
Well, like my friend here, Vishnu, we both saw Zeitgeist at different times, different circumstances. Not
Yeah, I did not know him when I was
no.
16.
Yeah, we met only
In
4 years
2018.
back.
Yeah, 2018. Yeah.
So, wow, we are going into the fern jungle here.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I watched back in the I was 16, and in my school there we had like a really amazing geography teacher. If she ever watches this video, I would like to send her blessings and best regards. And very grateful for her to show me that wonderful documentary called Zeitgeist. So, which opened up a lot of I would say questions for me, like and a lot of doubts about like how really the world works, and like doubts and also in my own thoughts, right? So like whatever I was believing, with mostly I realized that it could be wrong, because like once you are proved wrong once, right? Now you have to be open to for possibility to be wrong twice.
Mm.
So I watched the documentary in school, and then like it was about basically religion, then the September 11th, and also monetary system.
Mm.
So like if you do just a little bit research into any of these topics, you will find some loopholes. You could say loopholes, yes, in these kind of theories, and the way the system is created and set up. So I think the road is up that side.
Yeah, but we can. I've walked over here before.
Oh, you walked here. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Nice.
There's a nice green
field.
patch up ahead.
Yes, correct. I like to go there to meditate also.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
so,
you were saying.
yeah, so I watched the documentary,
Ah,
Zeitgeist, and then what happened? I started researching like everything,
ah,
questioning everything, and that's what like led me to mostly open up. And of course, the internet was very big. Tool for me.
back then YouTube was a very different place.
yeah.
Oh my, actually you could like I remember, when I was 19, 20 in that, or 21 in that age group, like I regarded YouTube as one of my teachers.
Oh
Right.
yeah, I was like
Taught me so many amazing things in life. And
even today, of course, you can still learn a lot, get a lot of things, but again, you have to be really discerning. So to speak.
yeah, but now it's like so much harder. They just YouTube's feeding you so much crap, and they want you to like consume crap.
yes,
And if anyone uploads anything useful and anything sensible that makes you think a little bit, they're like, oh man, fake news, demonetize that. No,
yeah.
so yeah, some stuff.
And basically, it's like if there is a lot of good stuff, but then all that good stuff is basically hidden between all of the
Some thorny plants there, man. Yeah, careful.
All of that good stuff is hidden between all of that garbage, So like the garbage is being like piled up on top of the good stuff,
Yeah.
So you need to really dig deep.
Mm.
So like I was lucky in that sense that I figured these things out.
Yeah.
Before. So even now, even without any internet or anything,
Yeah.
I can use my own mind to to maneuver through life, so to speak, right? Because
Right.
many ways that we're like no control. We have. That's so beautiful, yeah. So. So yeah, this is it's very nice random talk actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the internet is really also amazing tool you can like use to connect with people, and
Mm.
we're also in that sense helping people to lose weight and get into the best shape of their body. You could say this is my
Maybe I'll also show these guys the view. Oh,
yeah.
maybe I can't flip this camera, or can, I don't know. So maybe I'll just
Yeah,
show
we
it.
can do it like that. Yes.
Yeah.
So this is where we live now. It's
Yeah. So
you go out of the house. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, we're here, no?
Yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah,
20, maybe 15, 20 minutes. Yes.
we're definitely blessed, to be able to live in such a beautiful place.
Yes, and we didn't take the easiest route though.
Yeah.
There is a road right above, which is we're gonna take probably backwards. So I have some thorns stuck inside.
Ah, okay. Yeah, there were those thorny plants on the way, and yeah, we walked barefoot as well. Because actually, Kodai is a pretty nice place to walk barefoot. Because I realized, like in some of the other places, what I noticed where there's less moisture in the environment, lot of plants get like very thorny and very protective.
Yes.
And then also in the plains, in the summers, it can get like really, really hot, and your legs can be burning and stuff. But yeah, over here it's it's a really chill, really nice place to
Yeah, it's
walk
like
around barefoot.
we have acres just for ourselves, like
Yeah,
all
it's
around.
just it's amazing.
Fresh air,
Yeah,
birds, like everything is just for us,
yeah.
It's like for me, it's surprising how come there's like
So few people here.
so people here exactly, it's like because I guess like you learn to value things in different ways when you go through different experiences in life,
Mm.
and then if you choose to like stay with those experiences, you can do that, of course.
Mm.
It's like I like to call it like different densities,
Mm.
and it's the we all going through our experiences just to have what we need to experience.
Mm.
So it's important that we are following our heart desires, and we go where we need to go.
Yeah.
Because for some of us we are very young souls, for other of us we are maybe more mature, or the experience that we are longing for, it's going to be different.
Mm.
And there's just a game, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Just a game. So like we are just playing this game, and the best way to play the game is just to enjoy the game.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so actually the way me and Eustace met was also like pretty interesting, no? Because you were volunteering in this place in Gokarna,
Yeah, correct.
Panchabhuta, I remember the name as well.
Panchabhuta
Yeah,
preservation.
yeah.
Yes.
And so the thing is, I was actually gonna come back to Kodai sooner, but and at that time I was living in Goa, and and while I was, the interesting phenomena, it's like while I was living in Goa, and I would like invite so many of my friends from Gurgaon and other places. I'd be like, hey man, this is a beautiful place, come chill, hang out and all. Like for a year and a half, most of my friends didn't really come visit. And finally, when I decided that, okay, now I'm actually going to leave Goa and I'm moving to Kodai, then all of my friends are like, hey man, before you leave, I'm going to come, right? And so because of that, my plan to travel from Goa back to Kodai kind of got postponed a bit. And because it kind of got postponed, so it synchronized perfectly with Eustace's timing of finishing his internship, or not internship, just the volunteering. Yeah, volunteering at Panchabhuta.
Yes.
And then Lakshman had told me about him, and
meanwhile Lakshman was staying with Vishnu at that time in what you call in Goa.
Yeah.
And Kartika was traveling in India that time.
Yeah.
So Kartika is also another common friend of ours, probably if you know me, you must know Kartika as well.
Yeah, so these guys have a YouTube channel. It's called Expand Love.
Yes. So
Yeah. So
we usually have a.
it's a nice rock.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is a.
A nice
It was
place to-
worth a walk.
yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, and that way is like I just met you, and then we drove from Gokarna to here, and within a day or two, we just knew that yeah, we're gonna
Yes.
we connect really well, right?
Yes.
And that's another interesting thing. No, it's like once you connect, you realize that words are not really that important. There's no need to. That's another phenomenon actually. It's an interesting concept also. When I see that. I see that people sometimes compensate for the lack of like true connections with excess of action. Like
Overdoing things.
yes, like
Just
you need
keep
you
on.
need yeah you need to like talk a lot, or you need to be doing something constantly. Like you have to
Yeah.
go like some form of activity, to kind of make both or all the people involved feel like we're connected.
Yes.
But I think at some level, when you actually are truly connected, then all of these pretenses can fall away. It's like you can just be chill in your own space, and that's the thing. It's like when you're actually truly deeply connected, like maybe you could just leave without saying goodbye and be gone for like months, and then just come back and like
And like,
everything
oh yeah,
is,
man, like I was just. I left for 15 minutes or something.
yeah.
It's like you see, sometimes we make things just like to seem too important or things like that. If you're going out for example, like you're going somewhere and then you're like you're meeting someone every day,
yeah,
right? You're not gonna make like a big deal about things, right? Like,
right,
but then when we like sometimes we meet for a very short time, like we make a big thing about it,
yeah,
and then we and it's like also it's our lives just what you say collide together, kind of like
yes, yeah.
merge together. So that those are frequencies and the vibrations
Mm.
that are going through us, like we're matching together basically. So we have to what you say um just be with each other in a sense of, and we don't need to really do things for
Yeah.
each other like as much, right? Like because in reality like it's like you can imagine like your grandma trying to overfeed you all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what's the point, grandma? I know you love me, like like
Yeah.
you can we just be in silence for a moment, you can we just
Mm.
like enjoy our company and things like that.
Right.
And that is like I think sometimes we are maybe missing something within us, and then we are trying to like give it out to outside world. So when we are more complete and we meet others also who are more complete, we can just be with each other like just like that, no?
Yeah.
It's like I was just observing today, I was meditating under like a tree. There is this family of monkeys there,
Yeah.
and I'm just looking at them, what they're doing. They're just chilling, like sitting, like they're having their own things happening, right? Like and then like they sometimes come together, sometimes they set apart, and then you need. It's like everything is what you say. It's beautiful, no?
Mm.
It's all beautiful, and the more we can just be like that. It's like that peace that comes with it is like so wonderful, it's so yeah. And yeah, very grateful for Vishnu to bring me here. It's been the best, one of the best trips. And yeah, life is a trip, you have to remember that as well. So live every day like it's as if it was
Your last.
your last, you could say, yeah, because who is counting days anyways, right? It's like only our memory that is like connects to these experiences, and it's only the present
Yeah.
moment that we have.
That's another thing, no, and that I see. I wonder why this keeps oscillating. Like I think it's keeps shifting the focus back and forth.
Yeah, there is something like that
Yeah,
happening.
my tech skills are not the best. I mean, it's just. I think it's just.
Excuse us, guys.
Yeah, it's just about the
we are
interest.
very plug and play kind of like
yeah.
setup here. So, but it's beautiful as it is. Enjoy it. Like be grateful for full HD videos and whatnot. It's like
yeah.
I remember 360p videos on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
Like,
for sure. Yeah,
yeah. So you were saying?
I forgot what was I saying.
Mm. We were talking about life in general, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm also a bird brain person. Like, just files get deleted in my. Yeah, so which is kind of what I was kind of talking about. No, it's like about the moment and experiences, right? So this is another thing that I've sort of noticed in people and life in general is that we tend to, in the desire to control, right? Like there is always this, like anxiety or some sort of stress and tension to move reality towards a more desirable outcome, and
Mm.
people are like always engaged in this
Yeah.
behavior, no?
Yes. Yes.
And
Sounds like very energy consuming, actually.
yeah, but what I noticed is it's like a very counterproductive thing to do,
It's
right?
like going against the stream kind of thing, right? You could
Pretty
say.
much, pretty much.
Yeah.
And so what I realized, and I guess you realized it too, is
Yes.
that yeah, like the universe is not like this dead inert sort of a thing. It's a intelligent system, right? And there are ways in which you can collaborate with the universe, right? And to me, as you were just saying a little while back, there are no random things, right? and
Yes.
uh, and in that sense, when we tend to collaborate with the universe, like, you let the universe organize things for you, and what you do yourself is you arrive in those moments, in those situations, in those circumstances.
With the
And
most ease, actually,
yeah,
rather
exactly.
than
and
like
and
going
then
all around.
yeah, and then you just simply do whatever is the most appropriate thing to do for that particular situation, for that particular moment, right?
Yes.
And what we kind of noticed and realized in our life is that as we started to live in that manner, like, just the amount of content in our life has gone through the roof. It's just
Oh my God.
it's crazy. You can't even like explain it to people, no?
I
It's
I
only when
I would say that, like, in 1 year is like a lifetime, like of what was
yeah,
before,
it's just nuts, because earlier, when you live in this hamster loop, and like week 1 and week 2 are not very different, it's like, and then there's
Yeah.
like weekends, and it's just like you go into the office and then certain things are happening, and then you go to the next day and the same things are going on in the same kind of office, same people.
It's kind of like
Yeah,
very like we haven't had the same day twice
crazy. Yeah,
for years now, like
yeah,
4 years. It's like, but a lot of people are like, oh, it's so boring, the same thing, going office, doing the same thing all the time.
yeah, but for us, somehow, like, life has changed so much that sometimes it's almost impossible to even talk about one day, because that one day is like so full of events. 20 things would
Yes.
have happened in that day, and like a week goes by, and like it feels like maybe it's been a month or something, sometimes maybe even longer, right? So yeah, that's
I
another.
remember when we first came here. You remember about the told you?
Oh yeah,
We
yeah.
met Lakshman. Actually, it was, I think, three
Eight,
weeks,
yeah,
8 days,
8 days, 8 days.
8 days. And I said, Lakshman, it feels like I met you 8 months ago, because the experience here was so rich. Like in this, like Vanessa was here, and like there was a, what you call, the storm. No,
Yeah, yeah.
we had the storm happening. We had no power for like days. We like the entire village was like shut
Mm,
down. There was like new waterfalls forming all around us. Like we left
yeah.
the house after 2 days because we couldn't leave the house for 2 days in the village, right? So imagine, like, like, it was like 6 of us or so.
Yeah.
I think 6 of us in like a small house. Imagine
Yeah,
100 square feet
you
house.
can't even call it a house, man. It's like one
Oh
room
my God.
basically. It's like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So this is just the one day of experience. It's like,
yeah. It's just
and then you
crazy, right?
imagine like things between those experiences. It's like, so when we met Lakshman, I was like, oh my God, man, this is like so amazing. So that's one thing, is that when you live like this, that every day is more richer than the last one. It's like, there is no, you cannot have health problems. You cannot have, like, what you say, boredom. You cannot have
Mm,
anxiety. Like all of these things, like they simply they're not there, because like your you can create your reality in the way you want it, right?
yeah,
And being connected to nature is one of the most beautiful things that you can do. That's
for
why,
sure.
like, one of the main reasons why we're while we're here, it's
trees are chill beings.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
They don't judge.
Yeah.
They don't discriminate. They give everyone and everything, like
Yeah.
so it's so beautiful to see, like, today we went temple now, so
Yeah.
like there is a tree, and on the tree there is mushroom growing, and on the tree itself there's other plants growing, and there is insects that are coming.
Mm.
There's other things that we cannot even perceive with our own senses, and they're there, but it's like it gives so much life.
Mm.
And it's like it's just so beautiful, no, like that we can have these kind of experiences to go through.
Yeah, nice. And I think we could close it on that note. It's also gotten pretty dark over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. My face barely visible. Used to this white man. Still visible. Yeah.
A little bit of contrast. But if we keep on going, we will not see anything. Everything will be dark.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Had a good time. See you guys.
I wish the best for everyone. And so it's love, health, and blessings for everyone, basically. Yes.
Awesome.
To finish this off.
Have fun, guys. See you soon
Bye.
in the next one.